And this is why Nancy Grace literally came out of retirement because she is not going to make it easy for Casey Anthony to be shown in any positive light, right? So today, guys, it is our series premiere of Facts and Sass Unfiltered with Valley and Biddy. And we are going to be doing a deep dive into all things Casey Anthony and her reemergence on social media in March of this year, nearly 14 years after her acquittal in the death of her daughter, Kaylee Anthony, who would have been 20 this August. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, let's see.
It's really, really odd too. Like I don't understand how she's gaining such a platform. She has about 77,000 followers already on TikTok, and people are really outraged about it.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Casey Anthony is back. She's calling herself a legal advocate, not just any legal advocate, as she puts it, but a proponent.
Right.
So it's weird. I mean, she has no formal training. Like, she never went to law school. She didn't pursue a degree, right? But yet she claims to advocate specifically for the targeting of the women and the LGBTQ community.
Oh, as if.
But the internet isn't buying it. So, this should really strike a nerve for everyone, especially our generation that remembers this case vividly. But in case you need a refresher course, we will be going over the details of the trial to lay the foundation as to why, even though she was acquitted by a jury of her peers, people are up in arms about her return to the spotlight. Before we begin, let us introduce ourselves to you all. If you are listening for the first time, I am Valley, your basic bitch from Southern California. I like my Starbies, my avocado toast brunch dates, and I like sunshine, but don't let that fool you. I swear I have depth to me. I love having deep conversations about current events, true crime, and being able to debate sanely about what's going on in the country. So, especially Biddy, with everything that's been going on post-election, I think it is important to be able to find a common sense approach to understanding one another. And again, everyone's going through something you know nothing about. So I always say, please be kind. And here is my co-host from the East Coast, Biddy.
Hey, what's up? Hey, you guys, I'm Biddy, your neighborhood NYC fast talking and sassy girl from around the way who can outwalk you to the street to get the only available yellow cab while clutching my bacon, egg, and cheese on a roll. My coffee might come from the truck on the corner of 45th and Lex, but I savor it just the same. I am open-minded to all conversations. However, I love to assess before I confirm my support. I too love true crime as well as diving into the chaos of the state of our culture. I love to observe and absorb as much detail as humanly possible. The lack of communication in our society, in my humble opinion, is the true downfall of this country. So I believe if we open our ears more, before we open our mouths, we might all finally find some common ground to stand on together. And it's kind of odd that this whole reemergence of Casey Anthony is kind of bringing the left and the right together in a weird, bonding moment. So how about we kick this off, Valley?
Yeah, absolutely. And, our love for true crime and current events and deep dives really brought us together for this new concept of Facts and Sass. So I truly hope that you'll be joining us every Sunday. This is Casey Anthony's TikTok debut and Substack launch that has social media in an uproar. So let's check it out.
We're sweat to death. Today is Saturday, March 1st, 2025. This is my first of probably many recordings on a series that I'm starting. I am a legal advocate. I am a researcher. I've been in the legal field since 2011.
What, like it's hard?
And in this capacity, I feel that it's necessary, if I'm going to continue to operate appropriately as a legal advocate, that I start to advocate for myself and also advocate for my daughter.
Why didn't you call 31 days ago? I've been looking for her and have gone through other resources to try to find her, which was stupid.
For those of you who don't know, my name is Casey Anthony. My daughter is Kaylee Anthony. My parents are George and Cindy Anthony. This is not about them. This is not in response to anything that they have said or done. That's not to say that I'm not going to respond at some point to some of the things that they have said and done. The whole point of this is for me to begin to reintroduce myself. I'm doing this both personally for me, but in a professional capacity. Moving forward, the majority of what you will see will be me speaking in a professional capacity. My goal is to continue to help give a voice to people, to give people tools and resources that they can utilize so they actually know where they can turn to.
How about no?
So with that, please join me
for
on
real.
Substack.
So with that,
If you have questions, I will set up an email address where we can correspond directly. Up until this point, that has never happened. And it's only going to be on a limited basis regarding legal issues, legal matters.
that she knows nothing
One of
about.
the main reasons that I'm doing this, there are people close to me who have been targeted and attacked recently. There are also people close to me who have had some recent things occur. And when necessary, people needed to step up, myself included. So as a proponent for the LGBTQ community, for our legal community, women's rights, I feel that it's important that I use this platform that was thrust upon me and now look at as a blessing as opposed to the curse that it has been since 2008.
Narcissism. When it's all about her and nothing else matters, you might be dealing with a narcissist.
Anyway, I appreciate your time, and we'll see how this goes.
Oh, hell no. As Homegirl was about to say before I cut her off. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
that's the video right there that's got everybody like, what? Get
so
out of here.
I think she like expected this to be her rebirth into society, but instead she basically flatlined, right? Like people are furious, and rightfully so. This video, in my opinion, it kind of displays some type of personality disorder. Like, I'm not a psychologist. I just play one on TV, but you know, just as like Casey Anthony is not an attorney. And I feel like narcissism and having main character syndrome is just oozing out of that video, you know. And I also do have questions as to why Substack is being so heavily promoted and pushed onto the TikTok audience. And perhaps, you know, maybe we can deep dive as to find out why that is. But in the meantime, in today's segment, we are diving into why this case still haunts us. And if you have not gone down the Casey Anthony rabbit hole, prepare to have just so many emotions.
You're mind blown. Yeah.
Yeah, it's disgust, anger, confusion as to why she was acquitted. Yeah. So, you know, let's just kind of set the scene. This is a little bit of the history of the Casey Anthony case. In 2007, June 7th, 2008, is the claim made by Cindy Anthony, Casey's mother, on the 911 call that you will hear later, is that when she states she sees Kaylee alive with Casey at their Orlando home. However, it's later discovered during the trial that Cindy and Kaylee visited Kaylee's great-grandfather, Alex Pacia, at the Mount Dora nursing home located in Orlando for Father's Day on the 15th. So right away, we're like, there's some inconsistencies by Cindy Anthony. Is she complacent in any way? Why did she not remember
Right. It's really weird.
Kaylee was there on the 15th. So there was a claim by Casey Anthony to the point where it went to the police. Kaylee had been missing since June 9th after she supposedly dropped her off at the residence of the Nanny Zanny, which you'll hear so much about Nanny Zanny at the